aiming for my cloth, I see. Hey guys, Bratty Baker here. Hope you're all doing fine. So I hope the quarantine is going very well for you. So today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove all the lubrication-based components of the oil tank, the oil pipes, the oil pump of the bike, because I've decided to run this motorcycle fully pre-mixed, like how the even older Javas or SD2 strokes used to run. So running without an oil pump, doing purely pre-mixed. The reason why, I'll tell you that in a different video where I'm vlogging the motorcycle after the lockdown. So stay tuned for that. And for this, I'll show you what are needed and how to do it. So here it goes. Before we start, make sure that you have the key in off position and the key should remain there so that it just doesn't get lost. So let's begin our work. To begin the work, we need to remove the left side panel which houses the oil tank, because we are going to remove the oil tank and store it safely along with all the other components. So to begin the work, you need a 10 mm T-spanner to slot in the bolt, and you need to loosen it up. So let's do that. So now you've got that, take out the screw. I think it's held in here. Yeah, take out the screw and keep it safely. And now you can take off this panel, reverse first and then the front later. So you take off this panel, store them safely. And this is our oil tank and this is our battery. Make sure that there is no oil in your oil tank, or there is very little oil in my case, because too much oil and there is a risk of spillage, and cleaning up oil is a difficult task. So now to remove this oil tank, it is held by two clamps, one up and one down here. That makes this door kind of action, which is beautiful, which is a great engineering by the team. So we can open this and fill oil, but anyways, now that we're not going to use it, we have to remove this bolt right here that holds this. The same 10 mm wood surface here too. So let's do it. Now that that bolt is off, all you need to do is push down the oil tank and it will come right out. But before you do that, you need to unplug the oil tank's pipe that goes to the oil pump. So by the way, if you have excess oil here, take your old oil can, use a funnel so that you can collect this oil and keep it inside this can, for future storage uses instead of just wasting it. Next, what we have to do is we need to unplug this hose. For that, you can use a plier. So let me just get mine. I have my plier. So let me pause the video, take it open. So yes, I've taken off the oil pipe from the oil tank and this is how it looks. So what you can do is you need to tilt it in such a way so that the oil doesn't spill out. And then what you can do is you have to open this cap and let the oil drain into the old bottle. Make sure that you use a funnel so that you don't make a mess out of the place. So here we go. I've taken off the cap and then, as you can see, I'm draining out all the old oil of the tank. This is gonna take some time to completely drain off, but yeah. So now we have this side of the place sorted. So what we can do is we have to go that side and pull off this oil pipe that side. So before we go do that, let's clean the surface because it's quite dusty and there's probably a spider inside that. So let's do it. So yeah, now it's clean. Looks very clean now. So let's go to that side and do the remaining job. So now we are at the right side of the motorcycle. So what we have to do now is take off this kicker. And this is the main pipe that is coming from the oil tank. So push it like this so that you also push away the smaller pipe that's going from the oil pump to the carburetor. So when you push it, it's going to come like this and you can just slide it out. And so now what we have to do is we need to remove this 1, 2 and 3 screws are here. So you need a screwdriver. Actually, you'd probably need an impact driver to remove this because it's actually pretty tight. And trying to remove it with a screwdriver might round them off. So if you have an impact driver, that's good, but if you don't, be very careful of what you're doing. So if you don't have an impact driver, what you can do is you can take a screwdriver. Sorry, it's not in star, but you can take a screwdriver, put it here, and in this side you need to tap it with the hammer number of times. 1 2 3 1 2 3 number of times. Just put it, tap it, put it, tap it, put it, tap it, so that it's gonna help you get it loose. So once we have removed the oil pump cover, so this is your oil pump. So what you need to do is you need to take this oil pump off, and this is the pipe that is coming like this. This is the pipe. So you need to get this pipe out of the bike, take this pump off and store it safely. So here we go. To remove the pump, you have two screws that's holding it. There's one right there, there's another one here. So you need to remove these two screws so that you can get the pump off. Guys, a small tip: when you're removing the oil pump, a lot of oil is going to drain out like this, so keep a pan or something like that under, which I forgot to do that. So only after the week I'm learning my lesson, so I don't want you guys to repeat the same mistake as me. So keep a pan below, so you're taking the oil pump off, so that you can save the oil from getting wasted. Once we've removed the pump, what you need to do is you need to pull this way, so that this cable is going to get loose, as you can see, and you can just take it off the rail. So this is like a rail, this one is like a rail, so you can take off this rail and this cable will get free. So I definitely need 2 hands for this, so let me do this and come back. The work is done. So we have the throttle cable that's going to the oil pump free now. So now let's take off these 2 pipes and the oil pump is going to get free. But yeah, some oil is going to leak down below, I had to catch that. So now let's get rid of these 2 pipes and the oil pump is going to get free to come out. So the main oil intake side is easy to remove, but the exhaust of the oil that goes into the carburetor for the engine, so this one is a little more tricky. So what you see here is a complete metal clamp, so you need to pull that off and then you can pull this pipe off. As you can see, now the oil pump is off, so be very careful to completely and safely keep these products with you, because these are expensive and rare these days and can prove to be useful when you need them. So now that you've pulled off the main line that's going from the oil tank to the oil pump, you can use this as a fuel wire when you need it. So do not throw this away, keep it safely with you, because you never know when the fuel pipe is going to crack. So you can use this, which is also a good idea. So when it comes to this one, this is quite more complicated than that. So what you have to do is you just need to pull it out, and you will notice how long this pipe is. So the thing is, when you're running your engine, it is going to create suction from this side, from the crankcase, and that suction is going to suck petrol from the float to the jets, and that's going to spray the petrol, and it's going to suck from air from the air filter, and at the same time the oil pump is going to circulate oil from this pipe, and that's going to suck. So when you don't have an oil pump, it's going to suck thin air. There is no oil, there is no fuel here, it's just air outside. So that is going to make your mixture lean, because only until here your carburetor can decide what kind of a mixture it is, either it's lean or rich. So beyond this, no matter what tuning you do, if you have a problem with your manifold leaking, or your power box pipe leaking, or your power box leaking, or you have any cracks in this oil pipe, it's going to suck in more air, and that's going to make your mixture lean. So to seal the pipe that's going from the oil pump to the carburetor, what you need to do is you just need to grab hold of a small bolt with a sharp edge, and then you need to hold this with a plier and tighten it down so that it will properly seal this area. So let's do it and I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, it's getting dark, so this is how you do it. So as you can see, it's gone entirely into this pipe. It's slightly bigger than the pipe, so that it ensures that all the areas are completely covered, so that there won't be any air leaks through this oil pipe anymore. And make sure you inspect this connection properly, and make sure that it's not too tight. It has some clearance, some leverage possible, easy leverage, so that the rubber won't stretch and create cracks or anything like that. So as you guys can see, it's come out really well. So let's put everything back and we should be all right. But before we do that, we need to get rid of this cable. I don't need this cable anymore because there is no oil pump to work with. So before you assemble everything, switch on and start the bike and see if there is any increase in the idling RPM. If there is, that means that you have not sealed this properly and it's inhaling air and making the mixture lean, which is causing the idle to go up. And see if it can accelerate a little bit, but be very careful because you don't have you are supposed to have some oil in the tank premixed with the petrol when you do this, so that since there is no oil pump to supply the oil, I hope that your petrol already has oil to lubricate so that you won't seize up your engine. So make sure that you already have oil. I already have oil in my petrol that is already premixed, so no problems there. So let us try starting it up and let us see if there is any increase in the idling RPM. If there is definitely a leak. So we need to remove this and we need to put something better there. So let's see what we can do. So you guys can hear the engine. So there is no increase in the idling anywhere. So that means that this slide is properly sealed thanks to this bolt sitting inside. So that's how you do it. Now you can put everything back in and ride peacefully without ever worrying about the failure of the oil. These are the bolts that held the oil pump, so do not lose this. So the best way of not losing it is just install it there and keep it there. So that's gonna help preserving these bolts from getting lost. So now use a 10 mm to remove this so that you can store them inside. So the work this side is over. As you can see, I've removed the oil pump line, which is controlled by the throttle. So that cable I've routed that side so that I can twist it and store it in the side of the right side panel where the oil tank used to be. So since it's not there now, I can just twist and keep that cable aside. So whenever I need that, I can put it back. So now let's go back to that side and twist the cable and put back the panel. So this is actually the oil pump line that's coming. So what you need to do is you need to route it above this way so that it won't fall to the engine, and so it will look much cleaner. So let's do that. So we've done this, so we just need to put back the panel. But before we do that, we can clean this up one more time. As you can see, there are some dust here, so we can clean this up and the process would be over. Do you remember the small metal that we took out that was right here, which held the oil tank? This is very important because as you can see, this one sticks here, and this hole is the one that is going to accommodate this hole on the panel. So if you take this off, there is nothing here, so your panel is going to just come loose and fall off. So we need to make sure that these are connected in line. So let's do that. So that we have this clamp in place. This is actually new because the old one was completely rusted. So now let's put this panel back and our work will be done. So we have refitted this panel back and snug fit. There is a hole through here, we need to cover that up with probably a sticker or something. But yeah, that's the work is done. There she is, idling pretty fine, perfectly fine. So thank you guys, thank you for watching. I hope the quarantine ends soon. I hope everybody make it out safe, happy and healthy out of this. So keep the blue smoke alive. I hope this helps everybody who are watching this video. So thank you, have a wonderful night. Karate Baker signing off. Do like, comment, share and subscribe.